What if the government collapsed? How to survive a post-government world. The idea of government collapse might seem like something from a dystopian novel, but what if it happened tomorrow? Let's explore the strategies, dangers, and survival tactics you would need in a world without government. What did the politicians say during the apocalypse? No government, no problem, until the roads need fixing. Why could a government collapse happen? Governments collapse due to economic instability, civil unrest, military coups, natural disasters, or war. A perfect storm of these events could push a country into chaos, leaving citizens to fend for themselves. The impact on law and order. Without a government, law enforcement would cease to exist. In the absence of legal authority, people would rely on self-policing, and criminal groups could rise to power, creating dangerous conditions for civilians. Collapse of essential services. Public services like healthcare, sanitation, and infrastructure would break down. Without government oversight, essential services would either collapse or become privatized, leading to inequality in access and a lack of basic necessities. The role of the military. In the case of a government collapse, the military may either maintain order, form a new government, or break into factions. It would play a critical role in controlling the nation, depending on who seizes power. Rise of militias and local governments. Communities may form their own defense groups and local governments to survive. Militias could emerge to fill the power vacuum, and communities would need to decide whether to join forces or go it alone. Self-sufficiency and survival skills. In a post-government world, basic survival skills would be crucial. Growing your own food, purifying water, and building shelters would become essential practices for everyday survival. Bartering and resource management. With the collapse of financial systems, bartering would become the primary form of trade. People would exchange goods like food, medicine, and tools, rather than relying on a currency system. Communication breakdown. With no centralized government or infrastructure, communication would be severely limited. Ham radios, walkie-talkies, and other decentralized communication tools would become essential to maintain contact with others. Food and water shortages. A government collapse would likely lead to food and water shortages. Supplies would be limited, and individuals would need to know how to forage, hunt, and purify water to survive. Psychological impact of collapse. The collapse of society would bring immense stress, fear, and uncertainty. People may experience psychological trauma from the loss of loved ones, homes, and stability. Mental health support would be scarce, so individuals must learn coping mechanisms. Opportunistic groups and power struggles. Power struggles would occur as groups vie for control over resources and territories. Charismatic leaders may emerge, and alliances may form in an attempt to restore order or seize power for themselves. Long-term consequences for the global community. A government collapse could have far-reaching effects on the global stage. Trade routes would be disrupted, leading to international shortages. The global economy would suffer, and neighboring countries might intervene in the chaos. How to prepare for a government collapse. Preparing for such a scenario involves planning ahead. Building a survival kit, stockpiling essential supplies, and forming local alliances can help protect you during a government collapse. A government collapse would throw society into chaos, but understanding the consequences and preparing for survival can make a difference. It's about resilience, being ready for the worst and adapting to a world where self-sufficiency becomes the ultimate currency. While we hope it never happens, knowing how to survive could make all the difference in a post-government world. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, share and subscribe for more.